welcome back to my channel today, and we are doing a brand new Sims 4 video, but not your ordinary video, because today I woke up and chose violence because I thought it was time for me to start ranking all the Sims 4 packs plus the kits in good to not even for it. But let me know in the comments below, how do you rank the Sims 4 packs and kit from like good to meh? Like, let me know. I want to know what your opinions are. So like I said before, I made a tier list on this like tier making website, and I was scrolling through the website and I couldn't find the most recent one that had all the pack, including the kits. So I just made my own. And so if you ever want to make your own video or make your own like ranking system with the packs and kits, feel free to use mine. The link is down below in the description. Feel free. We're going to start this off with, the Sims 4 saying we need it. You need the Sims 4 to run all these packs and kits. It's just guaranteed. Get to work. I'm going to say it was good when it was great when it started, but now it's like more of like a good, don't really use it, but I still use it occasionally. Because at the beginning, Get to Work was like the first expansion pack we ever got in the Sims 4. And I really like the idea of it where you could have interactive careers like the doctor career, detective, and the scientist career, especially the retail system, make your own store. I thought that was the coolest thing in the world because I loved being able to have like my own business like we had in the Sims 2 open for business. And I loved like the doctor career and the scientist career and the detective career. Did not complete a single career besides the scientist one and not so berry, but I think it was so cool being able to see the progression in real time or like in the game where you can see your Sims doing the work and you can control them at work. That was amazing. Get Together though, love it. Gotta have it. I love it. I love Get to Work. It's the first ever like Sims camp I ever went to, so it's always like near and dear and close to my heart. I will forever love it. Biggest world we've ever gotten, the most lots we've ever gotten, because we got two 64 by 64 lots, and that was huge. I love the whole European Tudor style homes, the club system. I love being able to go partying, and I also liked having the fact that I could use my Sims and put them into clubs, and I could take that club around wherever I wanted to go. Like if I wanted to have like a bachelor and bachelorette club, I could do that. Or if I wanted to have like a hanging out with my teens group or a kids group or whatever I wanted, I could do that. And now that we have toddlers, we could have like a toddler only club. City living, ooh, I love it. I love the city living pack because we got the city, we got apartments, we could rent our apartments that were not outrageously overpriced. Most diverse world I've seen, because it was just like, the only pack that was a little bit more diverse in the sense of culture wise, where we had the fashion district, spice district, uptown, and then another district. We had like 4 different districts in the Sims 4 with city living. And we also had new careers that we could work from home, which is so cool. Penny Pizzazz was like a social media socialite, and I loved the idea. So having the city was definitely very key for me, especially when it included Get Together into the mix. So I did love that part. Cats and dogs, I like it. It's good. It's a good pack. We only got cats and dogs. I was always thinking in the back of my mind for the longest time, like I was like, there's something missing from this pack, but I don't know what it is. And it was so crazy because we only got cats and dogs. I was thinking that we would get more pets, but no. We didn't. But the one game changer though for cats and dogs though is we had a color wheel. We got a color wheel in the Sims 4 cats and dogs, and I thought that was the most craziest thing in the world because I never thought we would ever get it, ever. But we did. We got a color wheel in the Sims 4 cats and dogs where we could like design our pets however we wanted based on patterns, color, shapes, whatever we wanted. The world was our oyster. It's a good pack. I love Brindleton Bay. I like the whole coastal. It also reminds me of, I almost at Myrtle Beach, but Martha's Vineyard, Cape Cod style homes. And I kind of gravitate towards that after watching Gilmore Girls about 7 times in a row in my lifetime. I've grown accustomed to Brindleton Bay. I also love Brent and Brent Hecking and the other household that's in the far back with the child and the toddler. That big old house in the big corner. Love that area. Love. Great time. But with seasons, I love seasons. I always recommend people buy seasons, whether it's on sale or not, because it's seasons. You cannot unsee seasons. It's a must. And for the longest time since The Sims 2, we've always had like an expansion pack for seasons. It was never like really in the game, where we always have to wait for it. So I did like seasons where we got all 4 seasons. The calendar system was really cool. Being able to like schedule different events or holidays that we wanted, our own custom holidays. It depends on what save file I'm in. But Seasons is a very good pack. I love that pack. And the Scout Career After School Activity, not career, but After School Activity was introduced with Seasons. And that was like, you know, an eye opener of like what's to come next with after school activities for your kids and teens. And then that's where Get Famous comes into play, where I put this at an okay. It's an okay pack. I don't really play with the acting career at all. I don't really do any of like the whole like idea based around Get Famous. I don't really want to get famous at all. I don't like being celebrities. The celebrity idea was cool at the time. It got very annoying though. As I completed the whole like ranking thing to like the top tier celebrity. I just wanted to see how well it went. But I did like the whole mid-century modern furniture style. Ooh, I love me some mid-century modern build furniture, architecture. Brady Bunch is my lifestyle. I live for it. It's a great build and buy pack if you're looking for some good build and buy. However, I also did like the idea of becoming your own Sims tuber, where you can make videos. So that there's like this video station that you could get from build mode, and you could like make videos like have a title, description, and then you would earn money from it, like I think every few days or so, like every week or so. And it was so good for content income. And as you like got higher into the ranks of like your celebrity status, you could get like PR deals or, you know, sponsorships or like more money from your fans, fan mail. Like there was so much cool stuff from that. So maybe I'm gonna just put this at good. Maybe, yeah, I'm gonna put that at good. Now, the more that I'm saying the good stuff, like, yeah, it's actually a good pack. Idle Living, I'm gonna put this at okay. And here's the thing. The reason why I'm putting this at okay is the only reason is I don't go to the island. I don't go to that world at all. Like Sulani, I don't go there. The mermaids are a bit meh to me. I didn't really use them that much. I thought at the time that we could swim underwater. Like that was like the introduce of being able to like swim in the ocean in any world that you wanted to, which was amazing. So we got that feature. But Discovery University, absolutely top tier. Top tier, just because when this pack came out, let me give you context. I was still in university, so I was loving it / hating the pack because I didn't want to stress out at the same time as my Sims. So I was like, if I'm going to suffer, so will my Sims. So I immediately started to love the pack. I love Brightchester, I love Foxbury, and also Brightchester University. How all like, you know, the different degrees, the distinct degrees, how if you got a certain degree you would have an ideal career like you could do in The Sims 3 and 2, like based on your major. These are like the set careers that are very ideal based on the major that you chose. And I thought that was the coolest idea. And I loved being able to figure out like, okay, if I go for like the art major, I could have all these like different type of like careers lined up for me. And then you get like an added bonus, you get a higher ranking in your job. Like there was a lot of benefits to university, but I didn't like how it was like so grindy. Here we go. Eco lifestyle. I'm gonna put this at an okay. I'm gonna put this at an okay because here's the thing, eco lifestyle, I didn't really like it. It was like, I mean, granted, when the pack came out, it was cool seeing the family. I forget which family it was. It was one of the families in eco lifestyle. When around that time, it was when The Sims Spark was released and when the pack came out. Molly's team, I believe it was Team Gnome, that one where they got to put their family into the game, and I thought was the coolest thing. So their family was added into the game, and then Simprove made one of the lots, and so I thought it was really, really awesome where a person in the community got to make the lot and also add a family that they created in the game. So that was really cool. I didn't like the naps. It was a little bit too much, too complicated. I didn't understand. It was glitchy for me. I didn't like the naps, but it was the one single like naps program. Sharing is caring. I think that's kind of what turned me off from eco lifestyle. Sharing is caring. However, gameplay aspect, build and buy to absolutely top tier. Snowy Escape, love it. I love it. At first I was gonna put it at good, but now I love it because I figured out how to do the mountain climbing excursion. I didn't know how to do it. I thought it was like, oh, you buy some gear from the computer and you start climbing. Nope. It's an actual event you have to do in order to achieve it. So that's what I figured out later on. Yeah, but the holiday pack is next. And this one, I don't know. I can live without it, but I also like, it's meh, but I can live without it. I guess I can put this at an okay. But I can live without it. I don't know, this is very hard. It's like, it's not a bad pack. It just adds to the game and it's also free. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna need it. Why not? I'm just gonna put that need it for right now because I think, you know, I can live without it, but you know, I kind of need it for, you know, decorating purposes for my houses for like the Christmas season or Halloween or whatever it is. Outdoor retreat. I think I might put this one at a meh. I don't know. I like outdoor retreat, but I don't really go camping. I'm not a big fan of camping in real life. I don't like nature. So my Sims don't like nature either. I only go to Granite Falls, which is the world that we got with outdoor retreat, every now and then, only for like rags to riches, or if I want to have like a family vacation, I'll go to outdoor like Granite Falls, but very rarely I'll ever go on vacation for my Sims. So it's a little bit meh for me. Spa day, okay, meh. I like the items, but I don't like yoga. My Sims don't work out. My Sims don't do any of that stuff. So I don't really need it per se, but it's meh. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. I did like the whole like spa aspect of it, but my Sims don't go to the spa. They don't do yoga. They don't meditate. Dine out, it's okay. It's an okay pack. Just because that was Dine Out, I really loved it at the time because that's when I started like a whole new current household at the very start, named the De Lusso family. De Lusso, Italian, German family in Windenburg. Great times. Love that family. Still play them too. But Dine Out was like a pack that was really cool at the start, but then like over time, it was like, I don't know about this one because it felt like it took too long to get your food. But I also, again, going back to get to work, I didn't like the fact that you couldn't hire your family as your employees. I did like the idea of owning your own restaurant because if you play Rags to Riches, a challenge, you can open up your own restaurant and earn income from that. Also, your retail store, earn money that way too. So like there's added benefits to the packs in many different ways based on what you play and how your playing style is. But that's kind of really the only complaint I really had about Dine Out because it was a good pack. I don't really go out to eat anymore because it takes so long. But I do like the aspect of owning your own restaurant and building your own. Because like I think a couple months ago, I actually built a bus converted or a tiny home converted into a tiny home restaurant. I think that's what I did. All I know, I made a whole speed build about it. Vampires, I can live without it. So I can live without the vampires completely, but I would love to build them by instead. So can live without the vampires entirely, or just actually no, just get rid of Vlad and we're perfectly fine. So I'm gonna put this at meh. Parenthood, absolutely top tier. As you all know, I'm a family game player through and through because honestly, when it comes to family, I will live for it. I will take it so quickly you couldn't even blink fast enough. So I loved that was Parenthood with the game pack. It felt like an expansion pack to me at first because there was so much stuff you could do. You had the bulletin board where you can like assign curfews, chores, you could ground your kids, you could take away stuff, add stuff away. They had like this like cool walking style if your Sims were like, you know, grumpy. Mainly your teenagers had like this grumpy, annoyed walk when they would get annoyed or something or bored. And then like you had diaries, you had the one tile desk, you also had pimples. I don't know, I really loved Parenthood and it reminded me of the Sims 3 Generations, and I loved the Generations pack from the Sims 3. So Parenthood top tier, must get. Jungle Adventure is actually a good pack. And funny enough, the funny thing is that I go to the jungle a lot more than I go to Granite Falls. And that's very surprising because I use Jungle Adventure quite a bit for build and buy and gameplay, because I like going to the jungle for the experience of it and exploring the Salvadoran culture. I love going through the tombs, collecting all my avocados and my black beans, and, you know, excavating different sites here and there. I really love that aspect of the game. Strangerville, it's okay. It's okay. The storyline, here's my thing. Storyline wise, it was great at first, but then it got repetitive because there was nothing else you could do. And also the people got it very annoying. I didn't like it. I did, however, love the build and buy. Build and buy will always be my top tier favorite from Strangerville. But the gameplay though, I feel like if you've defeated like the mother at these science secret lab, I feel like there's something should have happened afterwards. Like if you defeated the mother, what's next? Like, is the story going to continue? Is it going to end right there? Like, I was like hoping for the best, it would continue on to be something better, or for the worst. That's what I love. I love storytelling. I love stories. So having like more added gameplay to a pack like Strangerville was very key for me. So again, it was okay. Realm of Magic? Here's the thing again. I don't really like supernatural things. It's an okay pack. I don't really use it. I don't really go to the magic realm. I don't go to the actual world, Glimmerbrook, at all. I do use some of like the magic stuff here and there if I'm like up to it for like storytelling purposes, but very rarely I ever use it. I do use the build and buy for the most part, but gameplay, not really. Journey to 2, I can live without it. I can live without it. Not everyone hates the pack. Here's the thing. I'm a Star Wars stan and fan. I will always love Star Wars. I've seen every single movie known to man of Star Wars. But I also own pretty much every Star Wars game. And that's coming from a Star Wars fan here. I can live without this pack. Honestly, I really can. Let me know in the comments below. What are your thoughts? Are you a Star Wars fan? Stan? Did you like the pack? Did you hate the pack? Luxury Party Pack, can live without. Luxury Party Pack? I don't use it at all. Like, the only thing I use a Luxury Party Pack for is probably for special events. Like the chocolate fountain, and I think there's a buffet table in that pack. I very rarely use it. So there's no point of using it. So I can live without it. I believe this is a perfect patio stuff here. It's okay. I mean, hot tubs and stuff, patio reasons. It's an okay pack. I don't know. I really can't say much about it because I don't remember it really. It's been a very long time since we had have seen perfect patio stuff. Cool kitchen. I can live without it. Yeah, because I think the only thing with Cool Kitchen that came with that pack was the ice cream machine and new kitchen related stuff. So I can live without that pack. Spooky stuff? It's meh. I don't know. Spooky stuff was a pack. That's all I can say. It was a pack. I don't know what else to say about it. It really is something to understand, but I don't know if you want to acknowledge it. Movie hangout stuff though. Ooh. I don't know. I love it. I'm going to say it's an okay pack as well, because I did like the whole movie hangout stuff where you could go in the backyard, have your big giant flat screen TV in your backyard and have a good old fashioned movie night. You could make your own movie theater. You could have your own drive-in movie theater, even though we don't have cars yet in The Sims 4. I think it's also very cool where we could have literal imagination flow and go crazy and go wild with the ideas for movie hangout stuff. So I did love the idea of that, and it was just an absolute delight. So I'm gonna put this at good. It's actually a good pack, not gonna lie. I do actually kind of like it. It's not okay, but it's good. Romantic garden stuff, what actually came with that pack, to be honest? I don't really remember. I know it came with some new items like the fountain and some clothing and landscaping. That's all I remember. So I'm gonna put that okay. I don't know. I barely remember it. Kids from stuff, love it. I don't have to explain myself. I love family gameplay. The more things we have, the better. So kids from stuff, top tier. I also like the idea that we got void critters, so that gave our kids something to do. And the puppet station thing, making puppet shows, that was cool. Void critters, collecting void critters. I don't know. I just love making kids rooms now because I find them very therapeutic and fun because you can do so much with them with all the packs that we have now. Like if you made like your base game and kids room stuff pack build only, it still will be cool because we have bunk beds now in the base game and kids room stuff with kids rooms with bunk beds. There's so many things you could do now. So good. And I think this one right here was backyard stuff. I think that's backyard stuff. I think that's backyard stuff. I'm gonna say it is because the other ones don't look like it at all. And I feel like I should probably use this pack more for my suburban houses because all my suburban houses have family, family type rooms, family style, family aspect. It has all those things. So I think, is this vintage glamour? I think this is vintage glamour. I think that's the pack. Yeah, Vintage Glamour came with the butlers, the glow where you can have your Sims drink juice. That's all I remember. So I could live without it, but I need the extra help. So I'm gonna put this at meh. Bowling night stuff, it's okay. I didn't like the bowling aspect. At the time I did, but then over time I didn't because it got boring because my Sims never go out anymore. Like at all. My Sims never go anywhere. All they are at is at their house or at work or a friend's house, and that is it, or the park. Those are the only 4 places my Sims go. They don't go anywhere else. They do not go to community lots. They don't work out. They don't do nothing. They are homebodies like me. Here's the thing, mid-century modern. Let me tell you, I was all for the mid-century modern. I was absolutely so excited for it because I think mid-century modern is absolutely top tier, best architectural style ever to exist. The Brady Bunch, like that 70s show, even though it was based in the 70s but not filmed in the 70s. Still, you get the picture. The 70s and the 60s, like the whole idea of that genre was like absolutely amazing. I was not born in that era, but I love that era. So having the fact that I could build mid-century modern homes in The Sims 4 was absolutely amazing. I loved every single minute of it. I even actually built a real life house, like a real life house based in The Sims. So it was worth it. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with building with that pack, even though I don't go bowling anymore. Yeah. Fitness stuff, meh. My Sims don't work out. They don't go to the gym. I don't use the items anymore besides like the treadmill for like at home gyms and the outfits. That's all I really use from that pack. So it's meh. Toddler stuff, love it. Laundry stuff, love it. My First Pet stuff, meh. It's okay. It's an okay pack. Don't get me wrong. Everyone is like, we don't like My First Pet stuff. We don't want it. We don't want to see it. It's like Journey to Tipa 2. No one likes it. But, nobody likes, some people like Journey to Tipa 2. I like it, but it's not the pack for me, along with like My First Pet stuff. It's not the pack for me, but I do like it for like the hamsters only. It's not a bad pack, even though there was like some controversy here and there where it was like a carbon copy of what Cats and Dogs was. Like that's all it was. Machino, it's okay as well. The only reason is because I only use the photography career and the objects. The outfits I don't use at all. I don't really use the outfits. Maybe like 1 or 2 hairs from that pack, and the objects is that's all I really use. Yeah, so it's okay. Tiny Living, absolutely love it. Laundry, Nifty Knitting, love it. Paranormal, it's actually a good pack. Okay, here's the thing. I love Laundry Day stuff because that was a community voted pack. I voted for it. We got it. Tiny Living, Murphy Bets. Tiny Living. Tiny Homes. I live for those things. So I absolutely love that pack. Nifty Knitting, community voted pack. Voted for it, got what I wanted, and I'm pleased. So that's great. Paranormal stuff pack is actually good. I thought I was gonna hate it, but no, I actually I like it because 1, didn't think I would actually love the specters, even though they're very annoying. Bonehilda's back, so Bonehilda's great. She lives in my household. Godry, I also love the house that was built by Dr. Ashley, the story behind the paintings and Gaidry and Tempera and Bonehilda and the seance table. I love that aspect of the game. New gameplay, so that was really good for a stuff pack, and we never gotten really much gameplay for stuff packs really. So that's like kind of a first, I would say, for me. So here we go for the most recent ones. I would probably put the Bust to Dust at a, it's an okay one. I only use it for the vacuums. That's it, nothing else. Country Kitchen Kit, I love it. The kitchen is absolutely my dream. I live for kitchens. I live to build with them, live to build in my build. So Country Kitchen Kit, absolutely good. I love it. I hope that we get more stuff like that. Like the Country Kitchen Kit was really, really good with the items, and also the idea of having like reclaimed wood type items. The refrigerator, the stove, the counters, the cabinets, the items that came with it was really cool. And also there was a bunch of yellow, so that was like absolutely top tier for me. So I was like, I gotta immediately love it, of course, but still good kit. The throwback kit, I'm gonna put this at like, you can't see it, but I think I'm gonna put this at a, at an okay. Yeah, I'm gonna put this at an okay level, just because I don't know, because the thing is, my Sims don't work out at all. That's one thing. My Sims don't work out anywhere. That's the second thing. And my Sims don't work out at all. That's the third thing. So it's basically three same things. My Sims don't work out. So I don't really go for the whole like exercise wear. And I would have loved more stuff for like the male Sims. So like kind of like really my own little tidbit there. We do kind of get less stuff for our male Sims and our female Sims, and I feel like our male Sims are like always on the back burner sometimes. That's usually like my opinion, but I did love the whole 90s. I'm a 90s baby, so 90s are for me. That's all I'm saying there, but I think that's really cool. But this is my list, or here's my list. I hope you like it, because honestly, it's been a journey. It's definitely been a very long exploration journey that may or may not cancel me, but you know what? I said what I said and I do it again. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and actually wrap up this video right here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments below. Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? What are your opinions? What are your tier lists looking like? If you do make a tier list from my tier list that I make sure you tweet me on Twitter, because I would love to see what your results are, because honestly, I'm kind of curious. So that's just kind of mainly me. I don't know. That's just me. But anyway, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys all in the very next video. Bye!